Welcome back. If you're just joining us now, we're just in the middle of a conversation with our Minister and MLA, Tim Mcmillan. You have also just started your sort of constituency meetings for the year here, Tim. What are you hearing from people in this region?
We have pretty wide-ranging topics at these townhouses. Everything from commercial fishing and how our biologists are judging our lakes in the north, to wolves that are going after cattle in the Bronson area. Healthcare was an issue which was discussed. Roads and highways are certainly always. And several municipal leaders were out, so we're able to talk about municipal revenue sharing, which is quite a good news story, and education property tax is something that they also wanted to chat about.
Now, you're headed back into session here. Is this sort of a wrapping up for session? Are you going to be bringing some of these things back?
Yes, and it's something that I've done really for the last 3 years. Is I started doing them in northern part of my riding because it's quite a drive down here, and they were so popular, it started incorporating them really around the riding. And the feedback I get from constituents that I can take directly to the ministers responsible or my colleagues, and I find them very valuable.
Now, you guys are delivering a budget here in probably just under a month here, I guess. You're in a really good position right now. I mean, you know, you hit the mid-year fiscal at astronomical rates, especially considering all the floods that were in Saskatchewan this year. Haven't dipped into rainy day funds at all. What do you think that's going to mean for this budget? I mean, you guys are really sitting pretty, hey?
Well, I guess we've made a commitment to balanced budgets right from the start, and yes, we've had very good revenues this past year, and projections are very good again. And the Conference Board of Canada and most of the big banks pick Saskatchewan to lead the nation in growth this year and next year. So with that, we will have, again, a fiscally conservative budget, but one that plans for growth and puts the infrastructure in place.
What do you think some of the major points of this budget are going to be? I mean, some people have alluded to the fact that education is going to be getting a little bit more than they did last year. Can you make or break that?
Well, I guess I don't think there's going to be a lot of big surprises.
Right.
Our government has been consistent that infrastructure is very important, building new schools to maintain the growth, to build highways, and revenue sharing with municipalities is something that allows them to put in their infrastructure, and that's a commitment we made in our election, and I think it'll be in this budget as well.
Like we were talking about before the commercial break here too, this is an election year, and you guys have made a movement to ban negative ads or attack ads against the other campaigns. Talk a little bit about that. I mean, both sides were guilty of this last election.
Actually, I guess maybe it's kind of splitting hairs, but the taxpayer, there's a certain amount of taxpayer money that parties that are elected can spend for advertising to put forward their ideas or to explain programs, and that I guess our party has never used for attack ads. The opposition has used that taxpayer money to go out and put out attack ads. Other provinces have banned that and say if you want to put forward ideas or explain policies, that's reasonable. But attack ads, you know, if you want to raise money privately, you can do that, but it shouldn't be taxpayers' money.
Why do you think it's important to have, not these attack ads running during an election year here?
Well, I don't think it's not an election year issue, but it's what is good use of taxpayers' money. And I think that the people of Saskatchewan deserve to know what programs are out there that maybe they should be accessing. But if there's claims that are being made that may be somewhat less than true on the taxpayer's dime just for political advantage, I don't think that's necessarily a good use of money.
Yeah, for the most part, Sask Party is sitting really well in the numbers. You know, approval rating Bradwell is through the roof, one of the highest in the country, really. Your budget is balanced. You've promised to balance it this year. What kind of a race do you think this is going to be?
You know, who knows? All I know is that here in this riding, my campaign team is going to work very hard. We'll work like we're 10 points behind. And across the province, I know my colleagues are all of a similar mind. We think that we are going to be the best option for the people of Saskatchewan, but we have to get out and sell it, and we have to explain, you know, our ideas and why we want to serve the people.
Oh, we're looking forward to doing that with you, Tim.
Great. Thank you very much.
Thanks so much for coming in. This has been our conversation with MLA Tim Mcmillan. Your regional news wrap is after the break.